So guys, welcome to our channel once again. In today's video, we have these 10 questions here to answer on the topic acid, base, and salts. So guys, in this video, we're going to focus mainly on qualitative comparison. So in short, to stay till the end of this video. Also, at any point where you feel you want to answer the question here before we provide the answer, you can always pause this video and try out the question even before we provide the answer thereafter. So let's start with the first question here. That's question number 1. It says phenolphthalein in acidic solution is A, red, B, yellow, C, orange, D, colorless. So guys, the answer to this question is option D, and that's colorless. So phenolphthalein is often used as an indicator in acid-base saturation. So for this application, it turns colorless in acidic solution and pink in basic solution. So guys, let's consider the next question. That's question number 2. It says, when hydrogen sulfide is passed into a solution of iron 3 chloride, the solution turns A, brown, B, pale green, C, colorless, D, pale red. So guys, the answer to this question is option B, and that's pale green. Hydrogen sulfide, being a reducing agent, reduces the reddish brown iron 3 ion to greenish iron 2 ion. So guys, that's it for that question. Let's consider the next question. That's question number 3. It says, when aqueous ammonia is added to one of the following solutions, a white precipitate which dissolves in excess ammonia is formed. Identify the solution. A, lead triazonitrate, B, zinc chloride, C, iron 2 tetraoxosulfate, and D, copper sulfate. So guys, the answer to this question is option B, and that's zinc chloride. So let's consider the next question. Question number 4. It says, which of the following reaction is used as a confirmatory test for the presence of chloride ions? A, formation of a blue precipitate with ammonium hydroxide. B, formation of a yellow precipitate with lead 2 nitrate solution. C, liberation of hydrogen gas with zinc metal. D, formation of a white precipitate with silver nitrate solution. So guys, the answer to this question is option D, and that's formation of a white precipitate with silver nitrate solution. So that's the reaction that is used as a confirmatory test for the presence of chloride ion. So let's consider the next question, guys. Question number 5. It says, a solution containing chloride ions gives white precipitate with silver triazonitrate 5. The precipitate will be insoluble in dilute A, triazonitrate 5 acid and ammonia solution. B, triazonitrate 5 acid but soluble in ammonia solution. C, hydrochloric acid in ammonia solution. D, hydrochloric acid but soluble in ammonia solution. So guys, the answer to this question is option B. The precipitate will be insoluble in dilute triazonitrate 5 acid, but soluble in ammonia solution. So guys, solution containing chloride ions gives white precipitate with silver triazonitrate 5. So the precipitate is insoluble in dilute triazonitrate 5, but soluble in ammonia solution due to the formation of the complex ion silver nitrates. So let's consider the next question. That's question number 6. It says, the reaction that occurs during laboratory tests for the presence of tetraoxosulfate ion is A, 4H plus 2SO plus 2 electrons equals 2SO plus 2H2O plus 2SO2. B, CuO plus 2H ions plus SO4 to yield CuSO4 plus H2O. C, SO4 plus Ba to yield BaSO4, and D, Cu plus 4H ions plus 2SO2 to yield CuSO4 plus 2H2O plus SO2. So guys, the answer to this question here will be option C. That's owing to the fact that in the test for the presence of tetraoxosulfate cis ion, it actually involves the reaction between sulfate ion and barium ions to form barium sulfate, which is a white precipitate. So guys, that's the laboratory test for the presence of tetraoxosulfate cis ion. So let's consider the next question. Question number 7, it says, which of the following ions will give a white precipitate with aqueous sodium hydroxide and soluble in excess of the base? A, copper ion, B, zinc ion, C, magnesium ion, D, calcium ion. So guys, the answer to this question is option B, and that's zinc ion. So let's consider the next question. Question number 8, it says, the sulfide which is insoluble in dilute hydrochloric acid is A, copper sulfide, B, sodium sulfide, C, zinc sulfide, D, iron sulfide. So guys, the answer to this question is option A, and that's copper sulfide. Copper sulfide is insoluble in dilute hydrochloric acid, and this is due to the fact that copper sulfide is relatively stable compound and does not readily react with dilute hydrochloric acid to form soluble salts. So let's consider the next question, guys. Question number 9, it says, a few drops of sodium hydroxide solution was added to an unknown salt, forming a white precipitate, which is insoluble in excess solution. The cation likely present is A, calcium, B, aluminium, C, lead, D, zinc, all ions. So guys, the answer to this question is option A, and that's calcium ion. Calcium ion is actually insoluble in excess sodium hydroxide. So let's consider the next and the last question here, guys, and that's question number 10. It says, a solution X on mixing with silver nitrate solution gives a white precipitate soluble in aqueous ammonia. A solution Y, when also added to X, also gives a white precipitate, which is also soluble when heated. Solutions X and Y respectively contain A, silver and tetraoxosulfate cis, B, lead and chloride ions, C, aluminium and chloride ions, D, mercury and tetraoxosulfate cis ion. So guys, the answer to this question is option B, and that's lead and chloride ions. Alright guys, so that will be the end of this video. If you enjoyed this lesson, please give it a thumbs up. Don't forget to subscribe to this channel if you're not a subscriber. Also, if you have any question regarding this video, please drop your question on the comment section and we'll ensure to give you a response. Also guys, you can help us share this video with your friends to enable us reach out to more people out there. And guys, we also strongly encourage you to join our channel membership. Thank you for watching this video, and see you in the next video.